Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chillin' where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chillin' where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Yeah, on the east side and the west side. Yeah, on the east side and the west side. Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chillin' where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Crown my head, I'm getting my.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy CMJ, man, bringing y'all another episode of Total Fandom. I got Devaughn back on the cast with me. Happy to have him after that Monday night victory. In fact, before we even get started, I got a little something to share with y'all. At Niners tonight, who you got?
Oh my
I know who I got.
Obviously, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I think just gonna pull it out.
It's 3rd down and 4. Rodgers in trouble. Flag down, and so is Rodgers at the.
I think the defense will cancel each other out.
From Rodgers again, pressure off the edge, and the pass is broken up and now picked off.
That means it's gonna be about offense. Yeah, you might have better skill position guys on the offense for the Niners.
Devaughn, jet sweep. He is in for the touchdown.
But you got one of the baddest men on the planet, but he's hungrier than ever because he only played 4 snaps last week. You're going to get the best of this man. And like I said, barring health, you're going to get the best of this man.
Flag on the play. Rodgers spins away and throws it in the
Don't worry. Don't worry. It's week 1.
Oh,
I'm
hey,
not
man,
mad.
bang, bang.
I'm going to let you have this one.
Bang, bang, Niner gang. And y'all see it, man. Hey, go Niners. You already know, man. Stop playing on my team, man. I knew he wasn't losing to the Jets, man. Hey, shout out to the parlay to cash, man. Evan McPherson, I don't know why I was about to bring him up again. Jake Moody, 1.5 field goals. That was cake. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was easy.
Garrett Wilson, 5.5 receptions. That, I ain't going to lie, I was sweating that because he was the only one catching the ball for them. Like Mike Williams, that 2.5 was not a thing.
Yeah, that wasn't hidden.
That was crazy.
I heard beginning of the game. I heard they were going to have him on a snap count, like a really low snap count. I was like,
it didn't seem like he was getting open, to be honest.
No, not at all.
And then who else was on that for me? Moody, Wilson, and Jawan Jennings.
Jawan Jennings,
1.5 receptions over.
He had like 3 or 4. It was
cake. Now I'm not gonna lie, the CMC being announced, inactive half an hour after we finished recording yesterday's episode, that was not okay. Like, I don't mean that from to be honest, I don't mean that from a Niners fans point of view. I mean that from a fantasy football. Like, that's not okay. Like, I'm not okay with that. Like, I'm like, obviously it doesn't matter, you know, in the grand scheme of the NFL, but like, if I'm pissed for the McCaffrey managers, like. And I don't just mean that because all like my buddies like draft, like, no, like if I have the opportunity to draft Christian McCaffrey and I would have taken him, and I would have been, oh my God, bro, and it's a Monday night game. I don't have a chance to hit the wire and pick up somebody else. Like,
play something last
Monday
night,
night.
Like everybody else has played.
There's nobody else that's gonna be able to play for me at the running back position. Like, that's the worst position that you could tell me I have nothing. Like, oh my. So McCaffrey not playing last night was, I know that cost that a lot of people are starting 0-1 in fantasy football this week because of that. Like,
who you telling?
Oh my!
I actually feel bad for some people just because of that. Just simply because of the timing aspect. Like that, I don't remember seeing something like that last minute on a Monday night.
Yeah, I don't mind though. Like, as a Niners fan, I don't mind. Like, all right, cool, keep my boy out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool. I wasn't even upset that he was declared inactive. I'm like, okay, this might be I was expecting Brock Purdy to be a little more. I was expecting a touchdown pass.
Yeah,
he didn't throw one. I mean, 19 for 29 is cool. It's cool, but I still wanted I need more points than 10 points, bro. Like, so I might have to look for a rushing quarterback. I wasn't trying to do that as far as like my team was going. Me rostering Brock Purdy right now, but that's not like.
Question: Do you think that, because you got to remember too, Brock Purdy wasn't one of them top rated guys, so Kyle Shanahan's going to do a lot of the work for him in some capacity. So do you think that Kyle Shanahan intentionally didn't want to throw a whole lot, considering the corners of the Jets.
I mean, you dropped back 30. I mean, you dropped back 29 times. That's remember I said I didn't think that he wanted Brock to throw the ball 30 times. He basically threw the ball 30 times. We had the ball a lot. like Jordan Mason had 28 carries, Deebo Samuel had 8 carries. So like the amount of touches that we had, like Juwan Jennings to have 5 receptions, Deebo Samuel to have 5, Kittle to have 4. They all hit the over on their receptions. Like that.
Well, they probably were gonna have to with CMC out last minute.
But I'm saying we had the ball so much that you telling me Jordan Mason, Deebo Samuel hit the over on his rushing yards even after the McCaffrey injury news came out. It went up to 20 and a half, 21 and a half in some books, and he still hit the over. He hit the over on, I think he hit the over on receiving yards. He definitely hit the over on catches. Like Ayuk was the only one who struggled. Even Kyle Juszczyk hit the over. So we talking Jennings.
Wide open.
We talking about Jennings, Samuel, Juszczyk, Kittle, Mason, and we could double down on Samuel because he hit 2 overs.
Yeah.
I mean,
I told you on the Juszczyk one, he had a 4.5 receiving yard.
It was 4.5. I know, bro, but you know, like
I'm taking that. In certain games, I'm taking that.
Okay, it was good. It was a good pick. As far as the Jets go, I mean, gosh, like I only hope Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy. Like obviously Garrett Wilson is the only Jet that you can roster because there's no one else. Like Breece Hall, of course, but like pass catchers. Pass catchers, but like
pass catching wise,
I don't like the fact that the offense is just running through those 2 guys. Like the fact that they can't scheme a Malachi Corley into the end zone or like
Troy Aikman said that
on
the live broadcast. Troy Aikman said that on the live broadcast. He's like, you're gonna have to do more than Breece. Yeah, he's like, you're gonna have to have more than Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, and somebody else. I think Alan Lazard, but even then, he's not even that guy.
Alan Lazard's not even like he's not even a guy like that. Like he's not like he's not even
somebody Aaron trusts.
He's just somebody Aaron like that. Like man. So yeah, no, that's true. I think the Jets are gonna have worse, not as good of a season as a lot of people thought they were. So I'm not high on the Jets. That was that game. Like I'm not Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he's gonna return to like MVP form. I
agree.
I think we're done seeing MVP Aaron Rodgers.
How good do you think he'll be though? Because they need above average quarterback. They need average quarterback.
I don't think he'll be a top 10 quarterback.
Do you think he needs to be for them to make the playoffs?
Yes, bro.
Really?
Yes.
Why? I don't think
what you mean? Like the AFC is not as hurt as it was last year. Currently, like last year, by this time, Aaron Rodgers was already out. We had injuries all over the Chargers skills positions room, and Justin Herbert was already hurt. Like Justin Herbert is already hurt now. Like luckily he's playing through plantar fasciitis. I hope I can.
He's still playing through that? I thought
he's going to be playing through that for most of the season. He's going to be playing through that. If it flares up again, then you'll hear a report. But like, or if he re-aggravates it. But you know, I keep bringing up Deshaun Watson was hurt last year, but I'm not going to keep using that as an excuse. Like he's awful. Joe Burrow by this time, well, not by this time, but Joe Burrow wasn't around last year. The Steelers are going to be a little bit better. I just don't see the road in the AFC as easy. Like okay,
I agree with that.
The Chargers
gotta be easy.
Okay, I like I'll put it this way. Like in the AFC West, I think the Chiefs and the Chargers are okay. Chiefs obviously, but Chargers are going to be playoff contenders.
What?
The North, yeah, they're probably the best team in that division outside of the Chiefs right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the Broncos. Like what? I'm sorry. We can have a debate, but like no, it's not the Broncos. And then AFC North, Bengals, Ravens, and then I'm not gonna count the Steelers out, but I'm counting the Browns out. They're not gonna make the playoffs, unless they change quarterbacks. If the Browns change quarterbacks, if they decide to change quarterbacks and go in a Jameis Winston direction or Joe Flacco, whatever, I'll amend that.
I mean, my guy's making $7 million a game. Do you think
Who
they're gonna really
cares?
just
Who cares? What do
take
you
him out
mean?
like that?
I mean, dude.
Yeah, but that matters. I don't want to say it matters because the owner picked him. The owner picked him and paid him. So you can't. You ain't gonna be able to move on from him like that.
What does it matter if you're losing games? Because at the
I
end of the
I
day, you don't bring
I
in.
agree.
You don't. The team doesn't bring in revenue when you lose games. You don't.
That can be.
Go ahead.
No, dang, I forgot what I was saying. No,
Um,
no, that can be argued considering that there have been bad teams who still make money. So I'm not gonna sit there and say that they're
no.
not gonna make money, but I get your point. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm playing more devil's advocate, I guess, in the sense that yeah, everybody in the locker room is gonna look at him and be like, bro, why are you still here if you're losing games for us? But if the ownership and the coach is like, we invested too much money to just let this not play out, then they're gonna let this not play out if that's what they so choose because they have the power. That's what I'm saying. But I agree with you.
I know that. I know that you may think like some of these teams are making money because they're just NFL teams, bro. The Panthers, the Browns, the Jaguars for a long time, like these teams were losing money. Like like being bad just because you're an NFL team does that, bro. Just because you're like telling you, jersey sales, that stuff matters. Like the
For
merchandising you
sure.
said, all that stuff matters. Like all like the advertising that you pay for. Like
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like no, that's
Well,
why
know
that
you have
$76
more of those
million
numbers than I
cap
do.
hit. I'm just saying, no. I'm just no, but I'm telling you from like I'm just saying that cap hit at the
That
end of the
matters.
day,
Huge.
like you would the Browns would make more money if Jameis Winston led them to the playoffs. They would make
Wow. Why do you say that?
what do you mean? If Jameis Winston led this team, I'm not saying it would happen. I'm saying if Jameis
Yeah,
Winston led
yeah.
the Browns to the playoffs, they automatically make more money. Like you would like they're gonna like they we are watching the game just like bro. If you were a Browns fan, you would be like, "Damn, Deshaun, I don't believe in you, but they gotta play you." Like, no, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, they gotta." No, I'll be trying to get you. Like, put
No, as a
Jameis
fan,
in.
no. Absolutely. The fan, I'm
So,
putting Ben James.
so I don't understand how you can sit here and objectively say, "Oh, they're giving him all this money, they gotta pay him." He's not even playing. He's not even. He's one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. He's not even He's not even average. He's not even Jared Goff.
I'm not disagreeing with
He's
anything you're
not
saying.
Jared
I'm just saying
Goff.
the
He's
ownership.
not Kirk Cousins. He's not Bo Nix right now. Like he's literally not even he's not good. Like
We are
not
not in any
I'm
type of disagreement on that. For sure.
like so
He's
there's
not playing
no
well.
to me like I don't give him more than 2 more weeks. Like you got to nip it in
Let's
the
hope
bud early. Like it's not. I mean, obviously this the decision isn't up to me. And I know
that's
we're
all
a
I'm
little off
saying.
topic here because it was.
Let's just hope the Browns ownership agrees with you.
I don't see I still don't see the Jets making the playoffs. Like, I got the Bills and the Dolphins over them for sure.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, to that.
And then the AFC South. I mean, come on. I mean, the Colts are gonna be better than them. The Texans are gonna be better than them. The Jaguars just blew a game, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're
Yeah,
better
they
than them.
blew that. Yeah, but
Like,
you gotta remember they're going against Miami. Miami wasn't gonna lose that game
what you
after
mean
coming
Miami
together for
wasn't on
Tyreek.
the Miami was on their way to losing that game?
Yeah, but I mean, as far as like their mentality, as far as what happened with the whole Tyreek Hill thing, I don't think they were mentally gonna lose. They weren't. They never mentally checked out of the game, and all they needed
Okay.
was something to pop off. And once that fumble hit, once Travis Etienne hit that fumble, it was over.
You said once he hit the fumble, it was over. No, it was just getting started. They had 0 points at that point. Like that's why I don't get what you're saying because you talking about they were motivated. They had like I don't think what happened to Tyreek motivated them. I don't because if it did, it wouldn't have been a 17-0 on their way to 24-0 deficit. Like literally, Travis and all credit to Devaughn Holland for forcing a fumble. That's your job, though. Like that's your
I
job.
agree.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be extra motivated to do that. Like that's what you're
I-
supposed to do. And when
I'm
you're
not
down
saying you're okay.
17 to
Go
0, hold
ahead.
on. When you're down 17-0, Travis Etienne about to scorch into the end zone, and your only hope is to punch that ball out, you did what you had to do. After that, it was a flurry of errors by the Jaguars. I don't think the
Uh,
I think the Jaguars lost this game. Dolphins didn't win it.
you saying the
Jaguars
Jaguars just blew it?
Jaguars lost that
Nothing.
game. Jaguars, yeah. Dolphins didn't win this game. Like
I'm never gonna see a team that's gonna come back from any type of deficit, especially if they're down more than 2 touchdowns to 0. that they didn't do anything to come back, or they didn't do enough to come back.
And I think that's subjective because I didn't say they didn't do anything. I said that.
But then you said that's why I reset what I said at the
I
end.
just don't think they were
didn't do
extra
enough.
motivated. Like from the beginning of the game, like how you said, like I don't think they were extra motivated by anything. Like I think that was more of a depressing thing than anything, or more of a disturbing incident than anything, and that probably threw them off a little bit. That's more of my thinking. And then after the holiday,
what I heard.
Well, hey, that's what you heard, but like end of the day, like I'm gonna take everything at face value. Like I watched the game. I don't know about you, but I watched the game.
I did watch the game.
I watched the game, and like the Dolphins offense is not supposed to be down 17-0. It's not. No way. To the Jaguars? No. Like, and I'm not bringing up numbers. I'm not bringing up all that extra low. Like straight up, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Raheem, Devaughn. Y'all didn't get it going until after Devaughn punched the ball out. Like, I'm just saying, like, yeah, like I think they were thrown off and disturbed more than they were fired up and motivated. And luckily for them, this game was in Florida. Because regardless, Jacksonville or whatever, I forgot where they played, but either way, the game was going to be in Florida.
Yeah, Jacksonville.
You feel me?
I think it was a Jacksonville home game. I think.
Let's move on. Let's move on. That's just me. Let's move on. Steelers are planning to start Fields for week 2.
Yeah, I heard.
Which, to be honest, like everybody heard that this morning, but I'll be honest, like I was up like around like 1 a.m. last night too, like between midnight and 2, Pacific Standard Time. So in my head, East Coast time, 3 hours ahead. I looked on my NFL app and I saw that Fields had a projected 0, because he wasn't projected to start. Yeah. And then like a few minutes later, like 10, 20 minutes later, I looked at somebody else's team who had Russell Wilson and it said projected like 1 point. I'm like, what's this?
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh, before the news even dropped, I guess they had some inside scoop type. So it was good for me to pick up Fields. Hopefully the Jalen Wright drop doesn't hurt as much because I can't believe I dropped Jalen Wright.
Hello?
I just can't believe I'm just frustrated. That it's like a part of me is like, damn, Raheem, Devaughn, Jalen, like I don't like all these running backs. Like, gosh, that's just not what I do. Like, I don't keep handcuffs. Like, I just don't. I don't know. That's not me.
That's a phone call on that.
Oh yeah, no, you good. Wasn't I ready to say to you, Steelers,
Taylor, right? Oh yeah, Justin Fields. This you
oh my goodness. Hey, I'm glad I didn't drop Fields, but I will say that I hope he plays better against Denver's. Gosh, I'm worried about this matchup because
as far as what?
Pat Surtain. Like it's gonna be Pat Surtain versus George Pickens. Who is Justin going to throw the ball to? That's all he was throwing. That's the only person he was throwing the ball to last week. Now maybe.
I think. Well, I'll ask this because I don't know. They got a split as far as reps during the preseason. So now he'll get. Well, it matters now because he's officially named the starter. He was the starter week 1.
I brought that up.
But I'm saying that referring to this game. Do you think he'll be better off throwing the ball to other people now because they'll have all the week 1 reps for the entire week?
No.
I mean, all the starter reps.
Like,
so you think he'll just be throwing Pickens again, or
I think we should not expect 2023 Fields.
I agree.
A fantasy superstar. Like, let's just see what happens. Like, I'm not gonna start him. If you have to start him, go ahead, and I will be okay starting him because of the rushing upside. Now I'm thinking about it, but like I have to give it a few more days before I go ahead and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start Fields, because I got Purdy against Minnesota this week and he's gonna cook them. So but I don't know. I don't know who I would start, Field or Purdy. I want that rushing upside, but Minnesota they played the Giants week 1, so that them being the number 1 defense against quarterbacks in fantasy right now is obviously inflated. And if McCaffrey doesn't play in week 2, which he might not, then maybe play the Vikings. But like all this run heavy, run the ball. run heavy, run the ball. It's like, damn, Purdy's not gonna. I just like. Doesn't Kyle want to get Purdy some touchdown throws? Like, doesn't he want to get his stats up a little bit? Like, come on now, let's get some throws.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said about him scheming, him doing more than scheming for Brock Purdy.
I know he running the ball too much, man. He doing all this running the ball, like. But okay, I'm happy for Fields. Another opportunity to please don't mess it up. Please don't mess it up.
I don't think he will.
I'm not sure. I can't say for certain.
Yeah, I agree.
I really just cannot.
It's more hope.
Anything else you got for the Steelers?
I mean, a question, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's Justin Fields not being able to get them the ball, or do you think they're not able to?
What makes you think Justin Fields can't get them the ball? Like, I'm so confused. Like, why do y'all?
Well,
like,
I'm asking. I'm just asking. Do you think
what?
it's them or do you think it's him?
I don't think no, bro. Like, I think Arthur Smith is just a doo-doo offensive coordinator. Like, I don't.
Okay.
Also, like, Van Jefferson is your number 2 receiver. Like, that is awful. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. That is awful. Like,
that's what I want to know. That's
Pat Fryermuth is not an outstanding elite athletic tight end. So he's average. I'm sorry. He's serviceable, and he's a good blocker as well. But he's an average tight end. He's not like there's not any. George Pickens is the only standout talent that he has to throw the ball to, and it's like it's basically the Bears all over again. It's basically the Bears all over again.
They need better offensive skill talent.
So
at the receiver position.
But I could be wrong about George Pickens. He might cook him. Who knows? We'll see later in the week. Packers to start Malik Willis because Jordan Love is out.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I mean, as far as I don't think Malik Willis is going to do enough to keep him afloat, unless Matt LaFleur is going to be good enough to scheme it open for him. But I mean, he's a good offensive coordinator. I mean, he's a good offensive guy. So I'm not going to say he can't, but I don't think Malik Willis is going to be good enough.
Romo Dunze is week to week with an MCL sprain, just like Jake Ferguson's MCL sprain. Well, not just like, but it's a grade 1, so best case scenario for Rome. But I'm just upset. I'm upset. I love Rome. I love Rome as a receiver, as a dynasty prospect, and I want to see him build more rapport and get opportunities in this offense. So right now, it looks like Keenan Allen looks a little better. I'm still good on him though, personally. DJ Moore, I'd be trying to get DJ Moore right now. Like, I'd be trying to get him right now. Like, if there's a middling if there's a middling buy low window for DJ Moore, I'm gonna try to get him right now. He's gonna be the only reliable pass catcher in this offense for me. Keenan Allen might get it. I think Keenan Allen will snipe a couple touchdowns. He'll probably grab like 3 or 4 this year. Nothing too major. Oh wait, okay. So Jordan Addison is hopeful to play against the Niners in week 2. With that ankle sprain that he suffered. I think that was like what? Oh yeah, in that first game. Right. Kevin O'Connell, head coach, said that Addison, who was forced out of Sunday's win over the Giants in the third quarter, is dealing with, quote, significant soreness, quote, in his right ankle. Kevin Seifert of ESPN.com reports that O'Connell also said the Vikings will be, quote, smart, quote, with Addison, and that the second-year wideout's availability will depend on how he responds to treatment. If Addison does have to miss any time, an increased role behind Justin Jefferson could fall to Jalen Naylor, who scored a 21-yard touchdown on his only reception in week 1. So, give it a few more days for Jordan Addison, y'all. If you have space, pick up Naylor. I'm not really high on that though. I already told you this yesterday. I'm not high on Naylor. I'm not high on anybody outside of. I'm really not high on anybody in Minnesota, but I guess if you need them, deep league stashes, whatever. Do what you got to do. Win. You got anything on Addison? Anything you feel about the Vikings right now?
I mean, I'm a little concerned for their offense in the sense that they have no Hawkinson, maybe no Addison. I mean, you still got a KJ Osborne, but that's it. other than JJ. So I mean, JJ can't carry the load by himself.
Exactly.
And Sam Darnold's throwing the ball. So like, I don't know how long it's gonna last. And I thought they'd make the playoffs at least, or at least beat out the Bears
That's crazy. Make the
for third
playoffs.
place. Well, I figured they'd make the playoffs over the Bears. If they were gonna be three teams in that division, it'd be them.
I had to fact check something. I had to fact check something while you said it. When you said it, because I'm like, I know KJ Osborne is not on this roster anymore.
What?
Like
No way.
I had to think about. I'm like, no, he got to be on the Patriots, right? Like,
Did he move?
bro, he's definitely not there anymore. I'm just saying. When you said it, I know. I'm like, I know I'm not tripping. But go ahead though. Go ahead. I looked it up. Yeah, KJ Osborne's in New England. Yeah, I knew it.
Wow. I don't remember seeing that news.
I mean, nobody cares about that kind of move, though. Like, to be honest,
But that may be why I didn't see it, because I swear I would have seen something like that.
nobody cares about that. But okay,
That's
I feel
foul.
you. You got worries about the Vikings offense. I have the same concern.
Yeah.
I have the same concern. Njoku is week to week with an ankle sprain, but not they. Let me get the actual. Njoku is week to week with an ankle sprain, tight end for the Cleveland Browns, and head coach Kevin Stefanski declined to confirm whether Njoku suffered a high ankle sprain during Sunday's loss to the Cowboys. So I think with him being week to week, I think it might be a high ankle sprain. That's just me guessing, but
Yeah.
you know, um, I don't want any Browns pass catchers anyway, so I'm good. If you got
Yeah, it's not good.
Have you got Njoku try to go get, I guess, Jordan Akins? I'm good though. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I'm good. But I do what you gotta do. Let me do my due diligence. Cameron Latu, Blake Whitehart on the practice squad they got in Cleveland, but Jordan Akins will probably be the best option for you guys if you want to uh roster the handcuff for your tight end Njoku. Browns aren't making a lot of noise to me anyway. Marquise Brown is apparently nearing a return, according to sources in. I was going to say Minnesota. I don't know why I was about to say Minnesota. Okay, so Hollywood Brown is nearing a return to action, but I don't think it'll be this week. Let me give you the update right here. Brown has been working his way back from a sternoclavicular. Ooh, wait, hold on. Here we go. Sternoclavicular. Sternoclavicular. There we go. Sternoclavicular joint injury in his left shoulder that he suffered on August 10th. Head coach Andy Reid said Monday that the wide receiver is, quote, getting close and that it looks like it's heading in the right direction. Once he's healthy, end quote there. Once he's healthy, Brown will compete with the likes of Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, and Travis Kelce for targets, likely limiting his fantasy upside in the early going. So, I'd be ready. I'd be ready to start him in like week 3, not this week. But I definitely want to see some more positive news. I don't want to see him play this week. If I'm rostering Hollywood Brown or Marquise Brown, whatever you want to call him, if I can get a trade for him, that'd be great. Because Chiefs pass catchers are going for a premium. But I'm definitely not really looking to put him in the starting lineup this week, flex or otherwise. And I hope that you guys have a roster that you don't have to do that. Like, I'm praying that I gotta put in Marquise Brown. You got anything on the Chiefs, Marquise Brown?
I mean, I agree that I wouldn't put him in there as an option, especially if you haven't had any more positive news. But I mean, it's still Tuesday, so I mean, we got some time.
And then Devaughn and Raheem Mostert, they sat out practice today. They sat out the walkthroughs, and maybe it's just I'm not buying too much into it. Like right now, everyone's gonna hit the wire for Jeff Wilson and Jalen Wright that I dropped like an idiot. It's okay. It's okay. I got 3 running backs. It's okay. I'll be all right. I gotta make I'll just make a move. I'm just gonna make a move. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna make a move. I'm gonna make something shake. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, worried about Mostert, HN?
Yes, I'm worried.
I'm worried though. Like,
I mean, they didn't practice, and I mean,
HN
those
ankle. What was Mostert's? HN ankle. What was
chest,
Mostert? Chest? Okay, I'm not worried
chest
about
injury.
Mostert as much as I'm worried about HN.
I agree, but that was what made their offense so deadly last season. So if those guys can't get up with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, then that's part of their explosiveness gone. And I'm not gonna say that makes them more predictable, but it doesn't help Tua as much,
They
which
do
is
play
what
on
they
Thursday
need.
night.
I
So
know. Against the
we
Bills.
this is one that we'll have to monitor very closely. Like the rest
Hmm.
of today.
And all
Well,
of
we got the update
tomorrow.
for today. We got the update for today. We got the update for today. We got definitely tomorrow. Waiver wire will hit tonight. In fact, let's do that. Top waiver wire ads. Do you have any top waiver wire ads? I don't know why I put wave.
I don't know how you feel about the Green Bay Packers and their offense, but I forgot his first name, but Kraft, the tight end.
Tucker.
There you go. He got damn near all the touches, and Musgrave got 2 catches and missed them both. So I mean, from what it looks like, it looks like he's Kraft's the better tight end. So I mean, I'm not gonna say he's gonna be a stud, but
Like a
looking for
sleeper.
something
Okay.
like, yeah,
I think Luke Schoonmaker, the Cowboys backup tight end, might be a sleeper. Somebody you could put in because Dak likes to throw to his
they
tight
like
ends.
him.
And Schoonmaker
Yeah,
was getting a little burn last year, like not a significant amount to be like, oh, I got a roster him, but like with an MCL sprain to Jake Ferguson right now, who
he did enough goal line
who
touches. I think.
yes, and who also we didn't do the update for him, but he didn't rule out playing this weekend. MCL sprains typically take a couple weeks to fully heal, so it's like, especially like well the grade ones, the really minor
Yeah.
ones. So I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't expect him to play this weekend. I don't expect Jake Ferguson to play this weekend. They play the Saints. I don't think they'll necessarily
They may
need
not rush
Ferguson.
him back.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
they
think
may not
so.
rush him back.
So Schoonmaker is a good ad to me. Bucky Irvin is going to be a top ad.
Hmm.
Tyrone Tracy, if you got the roster space, I think is a sleeper. But like I said, like I know I talked really bad about the Giants yesterday, but I think like this is still fantasy football, and where you can find production, you got to find like even Wan'Dale Robinson had a solid day, like he had like 11 points. So it's like
Oh wow, okay.
it's not impossible. It's not impossible for somebody to emerge. So if you have the space, if you like Tyrone Tracy, who used to be a receiver, I mean that's kind of what you want in PPR. So I like that ad. If you have the space, stash him. Um, Jalen McMillan, if he's still on the wire, boy, you better pick him up right now. Like if something happens to Mike Evans or Chris Godwin, this is the guy that's gonna. I mean, he played 50 snaps, bro. He played 50 snaps. Trey Palmer wasn't getting more than like 20 snaps a game last year. So the fact
Oh
that
wow.
Jalen McMillan played 50 snaps is very promising for me. I'm thinking about maybe trading Godwin. Maybe I gotta see what happens with
Whoa.
McMillan moving forward. Like I like it.
Oh.
I'm thinking about trading for McMillan in Dynasty right now. Um, like I like it, and I don't think the asking price for McMillan in Dynasty is too high right now. So I better hop on it. Um,
Interesting.
do I have any other players?
Some of the
Tank Bigsby.
receivers for.
I'm
I
only.
was going to mention that after, but
My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, receivers for the Bengals.
Okay.
With T Higgins out right now, at least for the time being, and Jamar Chase at not 100%.
Well, I think Jamar Chase will be 100% this week. T Higgins not at
Think so?
100%. Yeah, I think Jamar will be 100%. I think
I don't know about that.
Yoshavash and Andre. I think it's Andre Yoshavash or Andy. Gosh, I don't know. It's Andre and Andy. I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna say Yoshavash right now. Yoshavash.
Mhm.
I wanted to pick him up, but I had too many receivers, or I had too many players. I wanted to pick him up, and you already know Jermaine Burton is my sleeper, like my deep
Yeah.
stash, my deep league stash. That's my guy. So I do feel better about any of those guys. I will feel better about them after week 2. So maybe you hop on them now. Like if somebody adds them, I might like do like a buy low trade for him. It depends. Like Yoshavas, I might do a buy low trade for him. If somebody adds them, but I'm not, since I got receivers right now, I'm good. I do like Andy or Andre. Gosh, my bad. Yoshavas to get some burn with no T. Higgins, especially like I already said. Like my opinion is that T. Higgins will not play a full slate of games this year. He'll play the minimum amount he needs to get his contract next year. That's just the belief that's just my belief. Will Levis, if you need a quarterback, I think Will Levis showed enough promise to be a solid end of the season fantasy quarterback. So if you have the space and you need a backup quarterback, go ahead and get him. If Justin Field is on the wire, which he might not be for anybody who was privy or savvy to the situation going on in Pittsburgh, Fields is an easy add. I think I will go Fields first, Levis second. No. Levis first, Fields second, only because the looming threat of Russell Wilson coming back. Like Will Levis, is the starter the rest of the season. Like he's the starter.
Okay.
Like I don't want to.
That's your reason then. Okay, I get.
I don't want to roster Fields, like waste of space on Fields, and they got Russ might come back or Russ is coming back, or then I believe in Fields. Don't get me wrong, I believe in Fields, but I don't know if the Steelers believe in Fields like I do. So I will go with Levis first, Fields. I ain't gonna lie, if you're rostering Daniel Jones, you see what I'm doing? You see what I'm doing? Yeah, go ahead and Go ahead and drop that. I ain't gonna lie, like I don't have any hope for him. And then I think that might be it for our top waiver ads. I can go back and check the tight end. So tight end, Foster Moreau, Jawan Jennings. How do you feel about them? Like
Jawan Jennings, maybe because he gets some burn in that offense. But
you said Tucker Kraft. You did say Tucker Kraft.
That's about the only one because he actually got the ball, and Malik Miller's made. I don't know. Maybe he'll lean on him more often. Short yardage guys. So I mean maybe, but I don't know. But that would be my biggest ad. As far as tight end, I don't know if I can trust who the other guy you mentioned. You said Jawan Jennings.
Jawan Jennings, Foster Moreau.
Foster Moreau for the I can't. Maybe. I can't trust that.
Do you think somebody like Miles Sanders is worth rostering right now? I think that was a moot question. I think that was moot. Sorry. Bad. That was bad. That was a bad question. I have a better question. Sorry.
For fantasy purposes, maybe. I don't know about that. Can you trust that offense enough is a question.
Alan Lazard had how many points yesterday?
He scored a touchdown.
No, bro.
And
Alan Lazard had 26.
He had a few catches for long
He's
yardage.
the number 3 fantasy wide receiver. Like
that's not gonna last, but
obviously, but like I didn't know he had that good of a game. Like the highlights that I watched, I wish I could have watched the whole game. I couldn't have.
I'm telling you.
Full disclosure, I could not have watched the whole game. I could not have. But wow. Lazard might be worth an ad. Hold on, Lazard.
I think so. Hear me out on this.
What you mean? Hear you out? I don't gotta hear you out. You already know how I feel about Mike Williams. You already know how I got it. I'm just saying. I know, not that I don't got it. I'm just saying. You know how I feel about Mike Williams. So I said before the game, Alan Lazard 1.5 receptions was sneaky. Was a sneaky. What did I say? Oh me, I was right.
But yeah, okay. Absolutely. It's just it's different now in this offense because Aaron Rodgers is here. He only came to the Jets because of Aaron Rodgers. That's his guy. That he knows it. They know each other's timing. So he might get more burn in this offense than people might realize.
Okay, I got one more. Then we can get out of here. Mm-hmm. How you feel about? It's gonna be tough. How you feel about Quentin Johnston? Not a bad day. Like not maybe not the best, but like better.
He's like he's their main guy, really, isn't he? Him and Led McConkey are fighting for the number 1 spot, right?
I think so. Like, I don't think Josh Palmer is actually a number 1 receiver. I never thought he was. I mean, Johnston 3 receptions on 5 targets, 38 yards. Like I think he could build on that momentum. I hope he can build on that momentum. I hope. Like I can only hope, honestly.
Well, they don't have much else, so I mean, I think he will, and if he doesn't, then that just tells you what he is.
Is he an ad for you? Is he an ad? Or you like nah?
Not yet. I can't trust that yet. Like I said, I need to see more.
I feel that.
But I trust that offense with Jim Harbaugh.
Okay,
and I trust Justin Herbert.
Actually, I do got one more question for you. Would you rather be trying? Are you trying to add? If you have the first, pick or whatever, if you have the top waiver claim priority,
yeah,
would you be trying to add Tank Bigsby or Bucky Irving?
Bucky Irving. I saw some breakout runs from him, and I don't think Rashad White is gonna be able to hold him off if he can do that on a consistent basis.
Okay, Yoshivas or McMillan?
Probably Yoshivas, and there's no particular reason why. I'm
spitballing.
I feel that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was a good episode, bro. I appreciate you joining me for another cast, man. And we'll actually we'll be doing another one tomorrow, and we're gonna do our pick'ems for this week. We're gonna start that, and hopefully we'll have Chuck on for that, and hopefully we'll have Makai for that, and hopefully we'll have Jasher for that. And if not, I mean, hey,
for Jazz, bro.
Hey, okay, hopefully we'll have Dash for that.
Talk about him whooping me with the kicker. He beat me with a kicker, bro.
I mean, yeah. If you do want to, okay, I could get into that real quick, but we got a couple minutes.
Well, no, if he ever comes on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll talk about it then. I do appreciate you. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. That's Total Fandom, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace out.